Hi, I'm Lew Hunnicutt, 5th President of Nash Community College, and I'm here to answer some of your questions about Nash Community College. First question, there's 4 of them. First question is, who was the first president of Nash Community College? Well, let me tell you first, there have been 5. I'm the 5th president, and the first president was a man named Jack Ballard, and he was president starting in 1967. And quite frankly, I can't remember when he ended his presidency, but he was here for a good while. Really set the stage for everything that we have. I'm very fortunate that I get to stand on the shoulders of 4 other presidents, which is a very good thing. Dr. Ballard was something we've done on campus in 2012 in his memory, was the welding department built a really big jack, since his first name was Jack. And we call it Big Jack, and it sits on campus. It's become kind of a cultural component for us, for the Student Government Association to paint it every year. And they paint it with Halloween things or holiday, just all kinds of things. It's just become a great tour stop on the tour of campus where we can talk about Big Jack, because his name was Jack Ballard. Second question, what clubs are available for students on campus? And let me tell you, there are many clubs available to students. I believe the number is at 37, which is a lot of clubs. Some are more active than others. Some of the more active ones, we have a drama club that puts on productions every year. So if you're interested in drama, you can certainly do that. We don't have a drama major, but we have a drama club where you can be your outlet for your creativity. We have a welding club or metal arts club. We have a Student Government Association, which really isn't a club, it's more of an organization, but it's an incredible one that really sets the mood for the thoughts and opinions of students that actually come back up to the president. And in fact, the president of the Student Government Association sits on our board of trustees. So that's a great thing, great person to have that gets to communicate with our board of trustees, who are my bosses. So we definitely listen to them. We also we're a Skills USA campus, and that's a competitive group all around the nation, and in fact around the world in some areas, that we do state and national competitions with. And we actually have the largest club in the state of North Carolina with over 700 members in that club. So if you have an interest, we probably have a club. And then the other thing, we have a great area and people that run the student life area. And if you have an idea for a club and it's a great idea and there's enough students interested in it, we'll probably add a 38th club. So we have a lot of clubs, a lot of things. And to me, just to finish that out, there's so many things just as important to being here than just being in the classroom. I urge anyone that comes to Nash Community College, check out the clubs, check out the services, check out everything we have. Being in class is great, and you've got to do that to complete, but there's so much more to college life, and certainly our clubs help that a lot. Third question, what is your favorite student event? Oh, that's a good question. So I have lots of favorite student events. Our Spring Fling is one of the great ones where we bring in, there will be 700 or 800 students come through our Brown Auditorium, and there's food, there's games, they build bears or other animals. That's one of my favorite, just to see the camaraderie of students. But I think probably my favorite, and this is bittersweet answer for you, my favorite are probably our graduation ceremony, our commencement ceremonies. Commencement is a great time for us. In fact, when we have them, we have about 9 or 10 total before we're done. That's a great time, and it's such a roller coaster for me, because I get to see students who I've watched for 2 or 3 or more years struggle sometimes to complete, but then they're walking across the stage and they're so proud of what they've accomplished, and I love that. But it's also bittersweet to me because I'm seeing them come across the stage, which means they're going to leave. So I love graduations, I love the Spring Fling. We do an event twice a year or 3 times a year called Chat with the Chief, where students come and sit with me. We feed them pizza or Chick-fil-A or some kind of food. That's what gets them there, it's not me. And they can ask any question they want. And I love that. They ask some really interesting questions. We let them do some anonymous canned questions so we get the ball rolling. But then typically they just start asking questions, personal life questions, professional life questions. And I just sit there and answer them. And they're really well attended, and I urge any student to attend those. So lots of events are my favorites, but those are probably my 3. Last question, on average, about how many people does the college serve? That's great question. So if we look at on a daily, just day-to-day in and out, we estimate there are about 1,000 people on campus. And that's because we have an auditorium that has events in it all the time that may be 400 or 500 people. We typically have 700 to 900 students on campus at any one time, which that's a great thing. But who we serve is a little different than that. Every year, each year, year in and year out. In fact, we broke a new record this year, and the year's not even quite over yet. But we've served over 23,000 students this year at Nash Community College. And that's an incredible number when you consider we're a county that only has about 96,000 people in it. Now, we don't just serve Nash County. We actually last year served students from 54 of the 100 counties in North Carolina and 3 states. Our continuing education department served 96 counties of the 100 in the state. And Con Ed, continuing ed classes are not online. People have to come here for those. So if you think about the length of this state, people came all the way from the west over here to take classes, which means we've got a great reputation. So around 23,000, I think it's 23,300 as of today, but we've broken another record. That's the largest number in the college's history that we've ever served. So it's a great number of students, and we want even more. So if you're interested, check us out and come to campus. So I'm Lew Hunnicutt, and that was me answering your commonly asked questions about Nash Community College. For more fun facts and answers to all your questions, go to our website, nashcc.edu. And I will end this as I do with most everything I do with our Nighthawk call, which is caw-caw, caw-caw.